FTX token has dumped by over 80% in the last 24 hours, previously trading at above $20 to now trading below $6, at some points trading below $3. So what is going on with the FTX token? What's going on with FTX? Are they going out of business? Are they the next Luna and shorting opportunity? And how will the price develop in the coming hours and days? And all the latest news and developments that we have that will indicate this. Everything in this video, we'll be going through it all. But before we get in, subscribe to the Crypto Maxi channel to stay updated on your favorite cryptocurrency and news. With that being said, let's get straight into it. Now, why did the token dump over 80%? Why is FTX about to go out of business? Let's just quickly go through this. So C said Binance yesterday tweeted, pretty late actually, that now why did the token dump over 80%? Let's get straight into it. So C said Binance, the CEO and founder of Binance, tweeted out on how they sold $580 million worth of the FTT token, that being the FTX native token. Now, with that being said, they're being completely transparent on why they sold it, and actually mentioned this thread which is going through on how they're rumored on the brink of insolvency, that meaning on the brink of going out of business. Alameda and FTX both being partner companies. I'll be going through this in a second. I think they're partner companies, or they might not be, but they are connected, as the CEO and founder of FTX has got a really high share in that company. I'm about to tell you about that in a second, going through that thread. But yes, this was initially why it dumped. Massive sell-off from a huge whale, of course, Binance. And then this thread being posted, so many people obviously started selling. After this, it just started getting a bit mad, right? So the huge dump started taking place, and right after, FTX halted withdrawals temporarily, like they say always in Celsius and other exchanges. But of course, temporarily can obviously be forever in the crypto space, especially when an exchange halts withdrawals. Now in this case, the token just from here could have kept on going down and sank below zero. But guess what? Binance announced that they might acquire FTX.com. So if this obviously takes place, this is the only reason the price is starting to recover. Now, the thread that I do want to go through is the one that C said linked on how Sam Bankman-Fried, who's the CEO and founder of FTX, once admired as the king of crypto, his companies Alameda and FTX are rumored to be on the brink of insolvency. For a long time, SBF was idolized in this space, famous for his arbitrage trading, which is how I found out about him and knew about how good he was in arbitrage trading, how he became top. I think he was one of the richest people, wealthiest individuals in the crypto space. That's literally how I found out about him before the FTX, before any of that. He founded FTX and Alameda, hugely successful investments like Solana. Sam accrued, I can't even say that word, an impressive estimated net worth of 10 to 14 billion, which by the way now has gone below, let's quickly pull up the tweets, below 991 million. From just 24 hours ago, his net worth being over 14 billion, which is just insane on how much it dumped. It's honestly insane. I can't believe that. But with that being said, let's get back into the thread. So you can see here in the recent times, FTX has been extremely busy leading up huge fundraising rounds for new project. Aptos and Sui are the most recent examples. And these, I'm just going to be honest, Aptos and from the looks of it, Sui are both going to be sell-offs to the retail investors. So us guys, these were completely, to an extent, scams to the retail investors, and the big private investors managed to sell off right after the launch and dump on all retail investors. These have been huge L's, of course, and FTX have, of course, been orchestrating to an extent of all of this. It's not good news. It's just extremely bearish, and I'm not really the biggest fan of it, and as you shouldn't be as well, as you can imagine. So Sam was invincible despite Luna causing chaos. He used the situation as leverage to continue an aggressive expansion plan, build out BlockFi for 240 mil, bid for Voyager's assets, which means everything the Voyager held when they went out of business they were going to acquire, considered bailing out Celsius. Celsius and Voyager, both of the two huge exchanges that went out of business, these guys were trying to bail. It really did seem like FTX was at the top, just below Binance, and everything was going right for them. However, in the background, there were some cracks starting to appear. Eyebrows started to raise when the Alameda CEO, Sam Trabucco, suddenly resigned. And if you don't know what Alameda Research is, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, it's actually a company, I'm pretty sure, that the founder and CEO of FTX, I keep forgetting his name actually, Sam has 90% shares in, right? I'm pretty sure he's also founded the company. I might be completely wrong, but these two companies work extremely well together and he has 90% share. So hopefully that tells you something. He used to be the CEO as well, but stepped down. But you can see here, however, in the background, there's some cracks, and you can see here in this thread, it's with the same goal that I'm announcing today that I'm stepping down as the co-CEO of Alameda Research, which obviously is a bit shady. You know, it definitely is. All near this time. This was not too long ago, August 24, just 3 months ago, which pretty interesting. Additionally, a month later, FTX president Brett Harrison stepped down. Again, this was leading to this day. All of this is happening. He stepped down. These resignations occurred just before they revealed that FTX was facing some legal trouble in the form of securities regulator probe. And when you get hit by this is some bad news. This can obviously affect the business. And this all happened during this time. SBF, the founder of FTX, has clear interest in politics, evidenced by his involvement in the upcoming midterm elections, in which he has donated over $50 million. You can see here his donation of over $50 million. This comes after his plan to donate $1 billion to the 2024 US presidential elections, which he later backtracked on. Clearly, Sam has political interest at heart. The only reason he would do this, of course, is to get FTX just well above the legal, problems if they did ever occur, which clearly they are. You can see here, although public sentiment was becoming more negative towards Sam, the DCCPA draft bill marked a real turning point for public's perception. A draft of the bill was first leaked online, and this will obviously be linked down below, all of this whole thread, which you guys can go through. This again, extremely bearish, not good news. So Sam has seemingly been supporting the bill, but despite some trying to play the good guy on Twitter, there was clear red flags throughout the bill, which could pose a significant threats to DeFi in general. Multiple industry figures have spoken out against bill, most notably BitBoy, who is working on his own. And I'm sorry, this guy, as much whether you hate him or like him, he's been calling this out for a while. 2 weeks ago, he dropped a video on the dark truth of FTX. And by the way, I need some water because I can't even speak right now. I'm just run out of, I don't know, I just completely dry mouth. But anyways, let's finish off this video. The dark truth about FTX, some backman fried, exposed. And this video, let me just sum it up for you, a 4-minute video. If you got time, check it out after this one. But he talked about all the time that the token was actually dumping on retail investors in different tokens, like the Axie Infinity token, and how FTX literally dumped on retail investors and got in all the pre-sale investors, all the different venture capitalists and big firms to sell off on retail investors, and literally straight up market manipulation from, you can just check out the video, but you can see here FTX opened up perpetual futures trading on Run, which is the Axie Infinity token, and then we get to see exactly when the token goes live, the sell off, the dump, everything just laid out from an anonymous source. This is insane, right? This has been called out 2 weeks before here, and he probably knew about this months before. So whether you like him or hate him, I believe that this guy's well educated, been so long in the space, and definitely knows what he's talking about, unlike most of the people in the space. Definitely has a lot of respect for me. But with that being said, going back to the thread, if I can find it, there you go. Eric Voorhees famously quizzed SBF on his stance during a Bankless interview. This clip, which went viral, led to continued skepticism amongst the crypto community. Now, if you haven't seen this clip, he was literally, I'm pretty sure, describing a Ponzi scheme as a somewhat of a good business model. I forgot what it was exactly, but it was an extremely big red flag. CoffeeZilla made a full video on this. Check it out if you want. The public damage for Sam was immense. Sentiment shifted as people realized his intentions may be different on what was first thought. And pretty much on BitBoy's video, it was pretty much him actually talking about also on how this guy doesn't have the best of interest on the crypto space and crypto in general, but more on FTX becoming the main exchange and more on what crypto isn't about, which is regulation. Regulation is good, don't get me wrong, I think regulation will be good for crypto, but to, you know what, just watch the video. I don't want to just twist my words in this. Just watch the video so it's much clearer after this. And that being said, The public damage was caused. Concerns started to bubble on Wednesday when Alameda balance sheet was leaked. It revealed that the net equity in Alameda business is actually FTX's own centrally controlled and printed out of thin air token. And if this doesn't absolutely hit the bill, I mean, this is just bearish news after bearish news. There's no reason for FTX to go up. One of the accounts, the first called Celsius Collapse, published a report titled, "Is Alameda Insolvent?" Which basically means, is Alameda going out of business? Is it even alive, if that makes sense, right? And you can see here a lot of reports from CoinDesk and some really renowned sources on what has been going on with FTX and Alameda and how we could all go insolvent. More rumors started, can't even say that word, and the FUD machine entered full force. Allegation of FTX's insolvency started circulating. FTX is insolvent and we got proof. FTX Exchange Alameda Research hold 8 billion in FTT value, which is illiquid against the real market cap of 3 billion. There's 5 billion worth of magic money they report on the balance sheet. Like, that is ridiculous. Then we saw a massive 584 million worth of FTT transferred to Binance. CZ confirmed that it was in fact Binance who executed the transfer. We got full confirmation that Binance was exiting its FTT position yesterday when CZ announced his decision to liquidate any remaining FTT on their books. And then CZ fired shots at Sam, saying that they were selling as a result of learning from Luna. If this isn't bad news, I mean, I'm not sure what is. And to make it all worse now, is just, just completely dumped from $22 to well below $6. Caroline, the CEO of Alameda Research, was forced to issue the response to CZ sales. If you're looking to minimize the market impact on your FTT sales, Alameda will happily buy it from you today at $22. Showing a lot of confidence, if you're going to say, which there shouldn't be, especially what's been going down. And this is obviously the FUD surrounding FTX has resulted in staggering outflows as people rush to withdraw funds, which then, of course, it caused the infamous, you're going to say now, withdrawals being held, halted withdrawals tweets from your boy Watch Your Guru. If you go up here, we'll find it. Actually, you know what? You guys know withdrawals has been halted, and that's exactly why the FTX is dumping extremely hard. But now it's showing signs of recovery. Why is it starting to slightly recover? Why isn't this just doing a Luna, going down to zero? And that is because CZ has tweeted out, there's been some news that Binance might be acquired by CZ and Binance, right? So FTX might be acquired by Binance. You can see here that the tweet confirmation by CZ is not fully confirmed yet from what I know, but it definitely will take place possibly. And this bearish news, look at this, 1 million invested in FTT yesterday will be worth 180,000 worth today. And of course, just in general, this has affected the crypto market as a whole. Bitcoin has hit 18k, Ethereum 1,300. All the cryptocurrencies have actually been dumping. Just recently, in the last hour or two, they started recovering as the Asia market started to come in as well. But in general, it has been extremely bearish, as we all expected. But this has definitely put some fuel on the fire. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video update. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.